Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. In last class, we know what about the if-else if statement. Correct? Now, it is called as the format 1. Now, let's in today's class, we are going to discuss the format 2. The name of the format 2 called as the nested if statement. So, what about the nested if statement? So, here we can say that if the statement of an if statement is enclosed within another if statement, such if statement is called as the nested if statement. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಇಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ enclosed within another if statement. One if statement ಇನ್ನೊಂದರ if statement ಇನ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರೆಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ clear this point here. So if this statement of an if statement is enclosed or written within another if statement, such if statement is called as the nested if statement. Clear this one? We know that the format 1, it's a very simple. If condition 1, statement 1. Else if condition 2, statement 2. Else if condition 3, statement 3 here. Else our the default statement like that we are going to write here. But what about in our format 2? Now we are going to discuss the syntax as well as the flowchart and also the one suitable example for our nested if statement, that is called as the if condition. Correct? Now here, so the first one is the syntax. So if condition 1 okay is true, if condition 2 is true, here some of the difference we know that if you are going to think about the else if else if syntax here and for our nested if syntax here, so much difference is there. So here we can say that the if condition 1 is true, if condition 2 is also true, then statement 1 going to execute. ಯಾವಾಗ statement 1 execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ condition 1 as well as the condition 2 is true, then statement 1 going to execute here. Else statement 2. Clear this point here? Else statement 2. Now just I am going to read while going to tell about our flowchart. I am going to explain how such a syntax of the nested if statement going to work. Okay here? Now we know that if condition 1 is true, if condition 2 is true, statement 1. Else statement 2 here. Else if condition 3, okay here, this statement 3, else this statement 4. So this is the syntax of our which one? Format 2, else if ladder in a format 2, nested if statement here. Now we know that here the flow chart. So whatever I completed in syntax, the same thing I completed in our flow chart also here. So the first one is the if condition 1 is true, okay, if condition 1 or when condition 1 is true here, the condition 2 is taken for execution, they are taken for checking. Clear this point here? So ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ statement 1 execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಾವು very easily ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು condition 1 ಮತ್ತೆ condition 2 ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ true ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು statement execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This statement is the statement 1. Clear this point here? So here we can say that when condition 1 is true here, then condition 2 is taken for execution for checking. If such condition 2 is true here, statement 1 going to execute. Clear this point here? And maybe if condition 2 is false, now I change this point here. Now I am not in our statement 1. Now just I want to tell about how this statement 2 going to execute. No any problem, no any confusion, I think so. Statement 1, that means ಯಾವಾಗ execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ, condition 1 ಮತ್ತೆ condition 2 true ಇದ್ದಾಗ statement 1. Now the condition 2 is false, then statement 2 going to execute. Clear this point here? Condition 2 false ಆದಾಗ ಯಾವ statement execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Statement 2. I am not going to tell anything about whether condition 1 is true or what, about when you are going to execute this statement 2. So correctly you have to listen it. I said condition 2 is false, then statement 2 going to execute. Clear this point here? Okay, now we know that statement 1 and statement 2. Now let's, when we are going to select the condition 3. So when condition 1 is false, clear this point here? When condition 1 is false, the condition 3 is going to select. Clear this point here? Is going to check here. So if such condition 3 is true, then statement 3 going to execute. Otherwise, the statement 4 going to execute. Clear this point here? No any confusion now to anyone? How it going to work here? So we can say that statement 1 ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 1 ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 2 ಟ್ರೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಗ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. And later we can say that maybe second, when the statement 2 going to execute, if condition 2 is false. Okay, if condition 2 is false, then statement 2 going to execute here. Now after that, when we are going to select the condition 3, because we can say that the condition 1 is false, on that time we are going to select the condition 3. If it is true, then statement 3 going to execute. Otherwise, if condition 3 is false, this statement 4 going to execute. So this is the working of our format second. Nested if, that means the if condition enclosed within another if condition. Such if condition called as the nested if statement. Now let's, by using one program, we are going to find out the greatest of 3 numbers by using one program. Okay kya? So find the greatest of 3 numbers. Find the greatest of 3 numbers. So in this case I don't know whatever or whichever is the greatest number in this case here. Maybe if you are selecting the A value is 10, B value is the 20 and C value is the 30. I already added some of the value. A is equal to 10, B value is equal to 20 and C value is equal to 30 here. Okay, now I am going to find out the greatest of 3 numbers. We know that to write any type of the program, such program going to start by using the header file here. So the first header file we need to complete every program, that is the hash include iostream.h. The I means the input, O means the output. That means we are inputting some value into the program to get the result of the program. So IO, input, output, stream is the object. Clear this point here? And dot h, that means it is the header file. If you are writing inside, it is called as the understandable line. Correct? No, the comment statement. And later like that only we need to write one more header file. The one more header file is the conio.h here. And why we using the conio.h? Just to write our CLR SCR function. Clear this point here? So whatever the variable we are going to use in the program, first of all we need to write the suitable header file to such functions here. So I need to use one more header file, that is the conio.h, and such header file is specially usable for the function CLR SCR, the full form of CLR SCR, to clear the screen. Clear this point? And later next one, we know that every program going to start by using the main function. So why we using the main function? The meaning is just only we are going to start the program. Clear this point? So we are going to start the program and there should be only one main function in every program and should not be terminated by using the semicolon. That means void main hege ಬರಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು, void main ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ void main open close bracket ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ನಂತರ ನಾವು semicolon ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Should not be used the terminate by using the semicolon. Clear this point here? And later next one, opening of the flower our bracket. That means we are going to start the program here. It tells the compiler to start the program, and later next one, now I want the three variables, correct? No? So what's the program, what's the problem? That means in this problem I am going to find out the greatest of three numbers. Then sure, I need three variables. So the variable name are A, B, C, and all those variable I return separated by using the comma. Clear this point here? So ನಮಗೆ ಆ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ comma here, and we know that first of all, before going to write the name of the variable, we need to use the data type. Okay, kya need to use the data type. So the data type is the int here. I already explained, said in our last class also, depend on the variable. If you want to enter whole number, then sure you are going to use the data type as the int here. And lastly, such statement going to terminate by using the semicolon. Now last end ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, int a, b, c here, correct? No? And lastly going to terminate by using the semicolon. And for CLR, SCR, open close semicolon, I already written the header file. The header file is the conio.h. So you directly, without using such a header file, it's not possible to write the CLR, SCR. So when you want to use such CLR, SCR, first of all we need to take the or write the header file. Clear this one? Okay, now after that, after completing some lines or some suitable coding to such a program to find the greatest of two numbers, then I want to display some information on screen here. So to display the information on the screen, then sure I am using cout. Okay, kya the full form of the cout is the console output here, and we know that this operator, so this type of operator is called as the double operator. So called as the our stream, our insertion operator. Okay, kya the stream insertion operator. Then whatever the message you want to display on screen, the message I return, I completed as the enter three numbers here, and such one going to complete by using the double quotation. Clear this point here? So all those message going to complete by using the double quotation and later the semicolon. Clear this one? If you are not using double quotation, or maybe in one side if you are using double quotation but in another side not closing such a double quotation, it going to give some of the error, not going to execute the program. So when you want to display any message, such information should write it by using the double quotation, and lastly going to terminate by using the semicolon. Correct? No? Okay, now whatever the numbers are there, I want to take three numbers. That means by using the sin operation, I am going to take input all those three numbers here. So the sin full form is the console input. Okay, kya the console input, and this operator is called as the stream extraction operator. Stream extraction operator. So it also possible to enter all these three variable one at a time. So if you are going to enter all those variable at the same time here, by such line is called as the cascading input operator. Clear this point here? The cascading input operator. Otherwise sometime we are going to enter as the sin A, sin B separately. For each variable sometime we are going to use separately. That means here also we can write like that only. Otherwise in one line only we are going to enter three variable. If you are using separately, that means it is also okay here. Otherwise if you are using in one line the three variable, such line is called as the cascading input operator. Clear this point here? So such operator name is called as the stream extraction operator. And later next one, after entering some value in a variable A, that is equal to 10, the B variable that is equal to 20, and C variable that is equal to 30 here. Some of the values are that. Now I am using the condition. Why? Because we know that some of the condition is there in nested if statement. So we return just a suitable program to such condition here. So the first condition I am going to use. The first condition is the if A value greater than B. We know the value of the A. The A value is the 10, B value is 20. Correct no kya? A value 10, B value 20, C value is equal to 30 kya? So now just you have to check the condition. If A value greater than B, whether the condition is true? No. Correct no kya? Now you have to check one more condition. If A value greater than C, A value ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 10, correct no kya? 10, the C value is the 30 kya? Whether both condition are going to true kya? No, we can say that the condition are not true, correct no? If both condition are true, then which statement going to execute? The statement 1 going to execute. Now statement 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇವೆ? That means A is the greatest. ಯಾವಾಗ A value greatest ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ A value B ಮತ್ತೆ C ಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ನಾವು ಬರಿಬಹುದಿತ್ತು the statement 1 going to execute. Clear this point here? But in this example we can say that the statement A not going to execute. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? A ಯಾಕೆ greatest ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 1 ಟ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 2 ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Clear this point? So here we can say that condition 1 is not true, condition 2 is also not true. So this statement 1 not going to execute. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ A value execute ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. Correct no? A is the greatest ಅಂತ message display ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ here. So here just only see when you are going to check, I completed as the see out. This operator is the stream, our insertion operator, and just I completed A. What's the meaning of this one? That means if you are using any variable name or anything by using double quotation and closing double quotation, sure you have to remember it. When you opening the double quotation, should close the double quotation. So when you opening any double quotation and writing something, then closing the double quotation, such message going to display on the screen here. But this second point is, if you are not using double quotation, that means the value, what's the value you provided to the variable, such value going to display. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? 10 is the greatest. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ A ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, B ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, C ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೋ? A is 10, B is 20, C value is the 30 here. So this statement not going to execute here. And later next one, maybe this state the condition 2 is false. Correct no? The condition 2 is false. Sure, A value is less when you are going to compare with the C value. So condition 2 is also false, but also which statement going to execute? This statement going to execute. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ 1 ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 1 ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 2 ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ statement 1 execute ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Clear this point here? And maybe if condition 2 is false, but also statement 2 going to execute. So still we can say that now just only we got one message, just only it is not the greatest, but also we can say that now we need to check with the other condition. Correct no here? So now just still here we know that when you are going to compare A and C, the C is the greatest. Okay, we know that when you are going to compare first condition and the second condition, if both condition are true, A is the greatest, but the both condition are not true. Correct no? If both are true, then only statement 1 going to execute. Now just you have to leave it. This statement 1, we know that the A value is less when you are going to compare with B as well as the C here. Correct no? But now let's condition 2. Maybe if the condition 2 is false, but also statement 2 going to execute. Statement 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ನಾವು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇವೆ? Statement 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ C is the greatest. That means we know that just by using B value, it's not possible to tell whichever is the greatest. So just to know whichever is the greatest, we need to use two numbers, correct no here? So now I am going to use the two number, that is the B and the C here. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ C ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ B ನಾವು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ C ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ here? Okay, now about our C is the greatest, I already taken all those here. Now I am going to check one more condition. The condition is the else if B value greater than C. Okay, else if B value greater than C here. If such condition is true, B value ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 20, C value ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 30. ಸೊ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು? ಇಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ, ದೆನ್ B is the greatest. Clear this point here? And we know that when you are using without using double quotation, then it going to display the value, whatever the value we provided added to the variable B or to any variable, the value going to display. Or maybe if any message you are using by using the double quotation, then it going to display as a message. But we can say that when you are going to check the third condition is B value greater than C, such condition is not true here. So that means this statement 4 going to execute. So this statement 4 is the C is the greatest. Clear this point? So I completed as the else if B value greater than C, then C out B is the greatest, but not going to satisfy such condition. So else which statement going to execute? C is the greatest. Clear this point here? This C is the greatest. And lastly, to close the program, we need to use get ch open close semicolon, and later I open the flower bracket here. So should remember it. Lastly, we need to close the flower bracket also. Now this is called as the end of the program. If everything is correct, then sure the program going to execute. Okay, kya? The program going to execute. And we know that first of all, before going to execute, before going to check, when you are pressing the enter button, on that time whatever the message you completed in the program, such message going to execute. We return one message. The message is the enter 3 numbers. Maybe if you are using colon here just to look attractive, such message, that means such colon also going to display in our message also. Clear this point here? So whatever you are written, maybe if you are using question mark or anything, so by using closing double quotation, opening double quotation, everything going to display on monitor. So one message going to display enter 3 numbers. We need to give some number to the variable A, B, C. So the A is 10, B is 20 and C is the 30. We know that after checking it, all those condition, it going to display the answer here. So lastly going to display the answer as the 30 is the greatest. Clear this point? So C, that means the value, it going to display the value of the C. So C is the greatest. So double quotation kuda barudilla. Clear the point? No? Okay, thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.